Hello, this is Greg Allison with Microgreens, coming to you on the 25th of May 2021, and we're talking about microgreens. We are in the microgreens trailer, and we just about got it all set up. And we'll use these lights later to put the microgreen trays under, but right now we're just using it for internal light because that's all I got set up in here right now. And with the door closed, it's kind of dark. Now, we have to run a dehumidifier because we're in Alabama, and part of the objective is we don't want mold growing in here. So dehumidifying the air is good. But I want to see what happens in a couple of days in here. This thing fills up. Look at all the water in here. This is all pulled right out of the air. Yes, you can make water from air. Woo! I'm taking a shower. And you do it with a dehumidifier. Well, fortunately, I just got a yard out here. I'm just tossing this water in it right now. But there we go. So when this thing fills up, it'll shut off. Now we can take a paper towel, kind of wipe some of this stuff off in here so we don't have to mold again. I'm putting that in there. This turns on again. She's activated. But a dehumidifier is in essence a big heater. And you don't want things get, we get this little room hot as all get out if we just let the dehumidifier run. And as such, we've got to make sure we got AC to cool it off. And given the hot temperatures we have here in Alabama, especially in this warmer time of the year, we need AC anyway. A lot of our microgreens are radishes and other little vegetables that are kind of prefer the cooler weather. Almost all of it does. And having things cooler, well, I'll take this wet rag out when we get done. Go ahead, we got to put a little garbage can in here. And we need to set us up a little table in here. We got a storage shelf in here for our supplies. And this includes our clamshells to put live microgreens in. That's this clamshell, this size, I sell for about $10 retail, and a flat, a 10 by 20 flat will produce 3 of these. And these size, and half that size. So I can get 6 of them out, and I sell that for about $5. There's the char, there's her seeds, our hydrogen peroxide, water, and of course we've got our little watering thing. Now, yeah, this is why I need a table, no other reasons to set the greens on and to pump up. Because it takes a lot of pressure to pump this pump up. So I need a little table, a little work here, probably put it over here. Just a small table is all we need. And I'm going to have to route the, I might bring me some strips and route all the wiring for the lights, and we'll do that. We don't really need the lights just yet, but we will in a few days. So this is grow day, I guess, 2. I watered these microgreens last night, dark, almost this morning. And they didn't need a whole lot of water then. I just sprayed them down a little bit. They were still pretty moist. But as they start growing, especially the big ones, the radishes, they'll start using that water up. So you just got to kind of look at things and see how moist the pads are. So we start really growing. There's a finger, whoa, sometimes I'm putting it in. All right, yeah, that's pretty pressurized. So, look along here. Fortunately, I can reach through here to these microgreens without. This is where I need a table. You can see. Here we are, guys. This is kale. Let's go under the light here. This is kale, and this actually started sprouting yesterday. Probably better I put it over here where I can kind of see. I can gauge some moisture better. Oh yeah, this definitely needs some more spray on it. The fuzzy stuff, that's just roots. That's just like roots getting ready to come out. That's the stuff that absorbs the moisture. That's not mold. That is from the roots itself. This fuzzy stuff directly. If you look real carefully, it's got little rays shooting straight out. That is not mold. What you don't want is mold. 1, 2, see water bubbling in the bottom. So there's a bottle of water in the tray. This is slotted trays, if you recall. Now, there is also, right here, this is our red amaranth. It's also got those little fuzzy things. And that's pretty, it's moist, but it's still probably produce more moisture. So those little guys are getting ready to grow. Everything is cut, looking really good so far. Got moist, not soggy wet. Fairly moist, it's pretty moist. Cover it back up. These seeds, they like a little pressure and weight on them when they start out. I guess the seal likes being under the soil. Unfortunately, when you take the tray off, some of the seeds are sticking up on it. We'll get some of them up here. We'll have to clean all that up later to keep this place clean so we don't get mold. Over here, we'll have to clean it up as we go. And this is purple Rambo radish. I'm about to show you here. That's another reason it'd be better off to have a table in here. Look at this stuff, guys. Purple Rambo radish, 2 days old. See, this stuff grows like crazy, and this needs water. Definitely needs water. I'm going to use my belly for a table. Good thing to have a sometimes the belly might come in handy. Alrighty, guys. 6, 7, 8, 9. Should be Daikon radish. I'm going to separate the right spot. Right spot. No. Should. Yep. Something wrong. I thought we got one tray in there. Yeah. We got a couple trays stuck together. You see how these things stick on the bottom? Just on the downside. A lot of these are sticking here. Get some back in here. Back okay. We'll need to come back and clean all this off. This is one of the best we'll grow in microgreens. This is Daikon radish. It's yellow now, but once it gets the light, it'll start getting green up. That thing's still on the ground. Probably them should have been on the bottom of the dirt a little bit harder and switch it around. And what do we got here next? Broccoli. Let's see. Broccoli. Ah, we're like that. Inside of here. We got, oh yeah, we got some trays coming up. Should be 3 trays. Oh, we'll figure it out later. Just not sure this is wrong. I'm going to use my puppet table again. Good thing to have a handy puppet table around. Leave me pump for water, pump for water, pump for water. We pump for water as we water our microgreens. put the hardier ones at the bottom of the less hardy ones. Smaller stuff is in the upper trays, the least pressure on like this one was in the tray. Red Amaranth being the most sensitive of all of them. And if you want to clean these little wires off, it might be best to just put your hand underneath. Ow, you don't knock the lights down. You don't want to break these tubes. Right now I got mercury filled tubes in here. I'm going to go LED later. I just still had all these mercury lights from when I was doing this before. I do want to switch to pure mercury in this trailer, just in case I ever decide to drive around with it. Guess we can get over here with a rag or something, kind of wipe this down better. But at least I can catch some of it in my hands and just kind of toss it out the door. Took the yard. Yard, and what I got in Boston, they call it a yard. It's a yard in my neighborhood. I'll put that maybe with a rag and wipe it down a little better. And you know, my hands won't go through the lights in my hands. I think there they are, they're all watered and set. Just takes a few minutes, nothing to it. Nothing to it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to rewire the in here so it'll be easy to get around in. So this is a 4-shelf unit here with lights. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. So because it's in the trailer, I can't quite get 5 shelves in. I bet we cut these off. This is a 5-shelf rack. I don't think I have 4 shelves in it. So we could grow 16 trays because you can put these 4 vinyl in each one. 4 times 4 is 16. Now if you were retailing them, it depends on what retail them at. I can retail this stuff for $30 a tray. It only costs a couple of bucks for materials to paint the microgreens. Your biggest labor is just washing the trays out. That's your biggest labor. Sometimes you got to pay these fluorescents to get them lighted just right. But I don't need light right now. In fact, right now darkness is all we need. So I'm just going to set these up closer to the air source here, because you do want blowing air. I'll let that dehumidifier run a little bit and I'll come back here shortly. We'll turn off the dehumidifier. I'll just get the night and turn off the AC. The only thing I own right now that's got AC is this thing right here. I did have it in my van, but it got smashed. So, there we go. That's how you grow it. Pretty simple. So, ladies and gentlemen, what I encourage you to do, I get all my supplies from True Leaf Market for growing microgreens. It's a beautiful place to go. I got links in my videos below. And you get beautiful seeds that are non-GMO. Heirloom seeds you can plant and grow back again. True Leaf Market, check it out. Right now it's time to garden. So it's still time you can get your seeds for your garden. And you need extra seeds for next year, just in case something goes down, you're not able to get seeds. And yeah, I'd even get a few to cover neighbors so that they eat the food they can grow instead of eating you. Might be the best insurance against the zombie apocalypse. I've even bought extra tools to help my neighbor's garden against the fan. They just don't know. So I've got this little idea about sharecropping the yards. So what I'm going to do, we're going to put this little guy somewhere. Yeah, I need to get another little table going here. Some small little table. Sturdy. I won't unplug these lights because we don't need them in here right now. All that, I'm going to say,